Number one Dragonborn in the city.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what city.
Yeah. Why are there individual fingers on these gloves? They're
I'd
more
like to get
mittens.
I like to get some plate armor too, and I'm not gigantic, so I'm sure he has something for me.
Yeah, he's got to custom it up a little bit just to make sure it fits you good. But yeah, it's not as much a pain in the asses.
Getting tired of getting my whooped.
No,
what was the wait time on a +2 enchantment?
Long time.
Jesus, it'd be like
a +1 was 20 days.
Yeah, two's gonna be like double that, so give or take a little bit.
It's gonna be more than double that. It's 25 copper a day. It's 5,000 copper for a +2, or 5,000 gold for a cup too.
I couldn't follow everything when you were talking, man. Leng, he's looking for 1,600 gold, but he can get you set up there. Take him a couple of days to fasten you up, but he's got you.
16?
Yeah, dude. Fucking plate armor, dude. You're gonna weigh like 100 million pounds, but yeah, you're gonna be.
You just got 6,000 gold.
Yeah, but
this is 65 pounds of fucking steel, baby. You think you're fucking around here? He's upset with you, Leng.
Fine.
Really, motherfucker?
I love how all of the NPCs...
It's 300 pounds of half orc. You think I'm fucking around here?
Like a little dwarf, like jumping up. Come on, bitch, come on.
All right, I'll do that.
All right.
Every time Leng is displeased, I just picture that first orc's face. Just he doesn't say anything. Just
Yeah.
I don't feel like starting a fight in a city full of dwarves.
No,
It's not full of dwarves. It's full of people.
it's full of humans and elves.
Oh,
But it's full of military people.
yeah.
I love, by the way, I just actually clicked the link to the first orc image, by the way, and I love how it's actually titled "Fat Orc Finished" by Belarus. That's the actual name of that's how it's published on DeviantArt. It's just
That's
Fat
delightful.
Orc Finished by Belarus. And when you look at it, it really doesn't have a neck.
fucking jowls. The rest of Leng is fucking ripped, but just
From the neck up, I've seen trees with more character.
Yeah.
That's all muscle. It's a muscly ass neck, man.
This poor guy.
It's getting ripped on.
All right. More Arcana, more Charisma.
Jesus, my Arcana is shit, man.
Yeah, Devin, you're like trying to you're down there like trying to grow a tree about it and everything, and nothing's happening.
I have no like fucking use for intellect. This is like the worst roll possible for me.
wait, didn't mine do anything?
Yeah. You guys have pinpointed down to an individual who's known to have done this. So you guys are kind of interrogating / trying to like warm him up to the cause here.
Tell me.
Right, we'll break him eventually. This is how it always starts. Low, and then break him.
I'm doing my intimidation then.
Oh.
Cody, we've been rolling the same thing every fucking time.
A turn here. Leng, he's not taking no shit. Then you start roughing him up a little bit, and he doesn't break though today. He don't break. He's coughing up blood and shit. Beat the shit out of him. Got the good cops watching in horror, but
I'll be back tomorrow. Space.
Can I try a persuasion check to let him, or like kind of like tell him like this is really really important? This means that
you can choose one or two things. You can go work on the
doors,
or not on the doors.
Okay, then I'll just continue working on the doors then.
Okay.
Unless this guy happens to be a dragonborn, I don't think it's gonna matter.
No, he does not.
Damn.
He's a really petty looking elf dude. Like 120 pounds.
Well, then I really don't want to deal with it because it's a fucking elf.
Bigger than me.
You're a fucking twig. Like, your staff is probably heavier than you.
Proof.
My sack of gold is heavier than me. Anyway, that's my next roll, bitch. I open a door. It has nothing in it.
That's actually exactly what happens. You open the door, and there is
Another door behind it. Enchanted.
It's like an empty room with another door on the other side. Be like, haven't we been on the other side of that before? Oh yeah, that's just the hallway, like 3 hallways down.
My God.
God damn it!
Totally messed this up. We've been working on the wrong doors this whole time. Oh God. There is some armor inside, and some of the soldiers, not soldiers, but like the mages and stuff, rush in to begin studying it right away and try to figure out what the hell it is.
Stare at him, be like, "There's more doors to open, guys."
And they're like, "Yes, we'll continue tomorrow. This is very."
I just mentioned to Kohe that, you know, this is clearly, like, they clearly haven't done shit. So.
Woo!
Every time's that.
Exact same thing.
We're like doing like good cop, bad cop routine. And then like
Except we're-
Leng jumps in the middle of it and beats the shit out of him for a little bit. And
Yeah, come on, like, what? Can you ruin this for him?
Cody, why are you using your saving throw?
because it's essentially the same.
It's all good. It's all good. So you guys are like, listen, dude, I'm gonna come clean with you, okay? We need to get this fucking item. And he's just like looks at you like you fucking pigs. And he's like, you guys, listen, fucking Zareth is back, and we need this weapon. And his eyes get a little big. He's like, you're bluffing. There's no way. It's not possible. And then Leng just jumps over and starts beating the shit out of the poor guy again. And Leng's like yelling, "You think it's real? You don't think it's real? My friends died!" And he's just like beating the shit out of him. And he's at the end of the beating, Leng is like on the ground all sweating and he's like, I'll help. I'll help.
We just need to know what door it's behind.
So, you guys, next day comes through then. You two give me your int checks one more time, just out of curiosity. Nice.
That crit is always just.
It's always on the fucking second one.
So, he leads you to one of the doors near the end. And, like, there's only like a couple of guards who are, like, following you guys down there. And, let me see here. I'm trying to remember what the elf, all like bandaged up and his face all swollen and shit.
This pronounces a incantation and blows up the whole fucking door.
Yeah, no, he waves his hand about and says a series of command words, and the magical barrier diminishes, and you see it fade, and then the gate whirls open, and inside, on a pillow, is a bowstring.
Just the string.
Just the string, and it's like this is like a 10-foot size like bank vault. Okay, like this is a big fucking door, and then it goes in. There's a little pedestal, and on the pedestal is a little pillow. It's just a nice little coiled up bowstring.
I'm gonna motion to Laberge to put that in his sack of holding for safekeeping.
Is it safe to touch?
Only one way to find
I guess
out.
just using
the elf shrugs. Yeah, the elf shrugs. He's like, dude, I don't fucking know. I just put it here. I just locked it in. That's all I did.
give you a piece of cloth if you don't feel safe touching it with your bare hands.
No, I mean, like, reading the book, Nate, it does say you have to use the bow in order for the curse to be a thing, right?
It's what the books of ancient knowledge written hundreds of years ago say, yeah, but, you know.
I'd be more concerned if the pedestal itself was booby-trapped, to be honest.
All kinds of things that could go on.
Well,
8 stone goals come out of the wall, and
that would be fine. I'd be okay with fighting something, but just instant dying for taking this bowstring. I'm gonna walk up slowly to the bowstring and
Just
grab it.
Just take it nonchalantly, just...
Not like nonchalant, but I'm just kind of like reach in and like.
is it like you touching your first worm? You're like, oh god, I got it.
Well, I think I've been a druid most of my life, so worms don't bother me. But
No,
Maybe you should, like, Indiana Jones and sack of sand this or something.
Yeah, so
what?
you find
No,
a
I'm
sack
just gonna.
find a sack of sand that weighs exactly.
No, I'm gonna kind of like scoop it and like pick it up and like just kind of like I don't know. It's not gonna be like nonchalant, but I'm not gonna be like too careful about it. I'm gonna slowly do it though, just in case something does happen.
Moderately ceremoniously.
So I'm just kind of picturing like, just take the fucking bow. Here, Jesus. Oh, is that all it is? The bowstring?
It's a
Just
string.
Yeah,
string.
just a string.
Yep.
It's
Nothing
half-
happens.
It's half the
Pick up the-
bow.
Nothing happens.
Pick up the string just fine.
I opened my sack of holding and
Put it in there, I guess.
I didn't put it in there.
Upon putting in a sack of holding, no. There's some pretty cool shit that can happen with sack of holdings. You put the wrong stuff in there. That's not the wrong stuff.
It's the alright stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like, can we get an example?
The holdable kind of in other dimensional cube things.
Yeah, if you like throw like a bag of holding and a bag of holding, that's pretty bad. I know.
It's like dividing by 0 and the whole universe explodes.
Yeah. No, it like. Yeah, like rips open like a portal to another dimension and like shit comes out. There's I can't remember what the other one was where I have to like look through 300 different magic items.
It's
but
like trying to take a wand of wonder and breaking it. Like there's so much shit that can go wrong.
yeah, it's just a bunch of cool shit that happens. It's usually like open a portal to X, Y, or Z, you know, next to you, so you get sucked in because it's on your waist or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Upon acquiring this bowstring, I say we start heading up towards Galen, or
Hammer, whatever.
yeah, head up towards
Terran Hammer.
Very well.
Well, I gotta wait for my plate to get done.
Yeah, you guys got a couple more days here, just to get that all tidied up for you.
Ever figured out what the hell this fucking sword is, by the way?
Yeah, it's a +1 sword.
Nice.
Smack it against a couple of trees. Oh, yep, it's got +1. It's not breaking.
That's definitely +1. So
Better than the regular sword.
It's one better than a regular sword.
ooh,
I think my staff's actually better than that, though.
I would imagine. I hope so.
Are the weaponsmiths in town selling anything interesting?
no,
That's your-
because by and large, they're not like weaponsmiths.
They're just
They kind of like, you guys ask, like, hey, I'm looking for this to be done for me. They're like, yeah, we have a guy who will do that. And then, like, they take you to, like, a guy who's, like, in his shop. And he's like, hello, I've been here for, like, 2 weeks without, being ain't nothing but bread. And they're like, hey, this guy wants some armor. Can you make him some armor? And he's like, well, yeah, I can make him some armor. He's like, yeah, you're going to do that then, okay? That's all you're going to do is just then. He's like, okay, I'll do that. And, like, it's not like a happy go like, oh, welcome to my shop. Would you like to borrow my wares? It's not a good time with these interactions.
I haven't seen daylight in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I've eaten my own shoes.
they were made out of wood.
My children are eating the paint off the walls. Help me.
Here's a platinum.
Yeah, he's like, gee, thanks, that's your fucking elves.
Can't even spend this.
I would sooner be your slave. Take me out of here.
And then we leave for the Dwarven capital with this army of slaves.
Yeah, it's like 10 people. Like, I bought these guys. Okay, this is good money I've spent in investing.
Entire
all
town full of useless people.
They're
you know,
all
like,
shackled together, being led down the road. You're like, come on, damn it, we gotta cross the whole fucking world now. Come on.
And we turn into a merry band of slavers.
I think I know how we can defeat Zareth. We're gonna give him enough slaves, he just gets over it. Like, oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, goody goody.
So, okay. You guys wait the next couple of days, then, upon getting all the shit that you guys need. You have also received word here, like the day before you guys are ready to leave, that the dwarfs have sent word that the island has fallen, and this is now their territory.
I bet that makes Thorin feel a little bit better.
The island?
The
Yes.
entirety of the faction of dwarves the faction that he fought against in the wars.
Yes,
they
they have,
Just dead,
have-
fallen.
have been smitten.
Calfaris?
Yep.
Calfaris.
You guys have also heard, not that a fuck is given perhaps, but the city of Fable, where you guys started your adventure, like nice little happy sleepy town, was conquered by the Finebanes when, from what you've heard, they were moving through the city, and there was a little bit of like a hey, we don't want none of your fucking war here, and like hey, listen, fuck you, we're going through here, and then there's a little scuffle. Some people started fighting, some people got killed, and they're just it's been occupied since. So the map has been changed, guys. I've had this drawn up for like months and months and months. I wanted to be here. So this is the new divide of power. Between like the inklings and rumors you guys are hearing in the streets and stuff, especially from the troops and whatnot, they estimate that 80% of the Blackfeather army was decimated in the war.
Damn.
The Finebanes are hurt, but they're more so spread out more than they feel comfortable right now, so they're trying to rally more troops and recruit folks kind of all over the place. The Dwarfs and Finebanes have signed a treaty. I'll also run up all this.
Non-aggression pact.
Yeah, non-aggression pact, as well as a trade agreement to boost, for in particular between the newly conquered territories to increase their revenues and that stuff. All tariffs between the two are completely, there are none. They're void for now. Any trade going through that section, so encouraging traders and stuff to travel through those areas rather than perhaps, I don't know, wasteland city of Scepter Falls. So
How much competition up there, I hear.
yeah, true story. The bond, no words on how the dwarfs fared if their war was costly or not, and you don't know that. But there's
took them like a week to take that whole island.
Yeah.
They fucking laid waste. Jesus.
Yeah, you
Finish
guys.
what Zach started.
Well, another thing too, like, everyone is kind of like whispering about, like, God, is the island even still there? Like, has anybody seen it? Has anybody, like, you know anyone who's been there? Because the king of the dwarfs is very known. In the last war, he sank whole cities into the sand because they had crossed him. Like, he like, whole population, civilians, everything were killed. He did not give a fuck. And this kind of, he's like showed mercy for the first time in like all of his rule and not destroying them all outright last time. So like everyone's like, oh Jesus Christ, I bet you there's nothing left. I bet you that all the children are dead. Oh, God, poor drowned children. Like, nobody really knows what's happened. But according to them, they have conquered the island, is all they've said. The Blackfeather Kingdom there's like a posted copies of like the treaty throughout the town and stuff for everybody to read. And you guys, as you're reading, I'll post this as like a little note thing to you guys too, so you can review it later if you wish. But the Blackfeather Kingdom surrenders to the Finebane and Finebane army, and they are to leave over the Greythane River, and that's where they're going to stay. The bridge across it will be destroyed in the coming weeks. The Blackfeathers surrender the city of Stonecliff in the Greythane Mountains to the Finebane and recognize all the cities that they have conquered to now be part of the Empire. The Blackfeathers recognize Fable as a colony of the Finebane Empire. This treaty is to be binding unless the Blackfeather aggression occurs. Any trade within the empires will be done strictly through Fable, and by land and by sea strictly through the port of Violet Terrace. Any trade with the empires will be done. Let's just read that one. And future recognition of colonies is given. That right is only given to the Finebane. The non-aggression pact, they're not going to fight each other because it's been brought to light that the Bonran were drugged into the war under false pretenses, and the Bonran will allow these new colonies to prosper and allow future trade. Like I said, 3-year trade pact they've signed. Both of the groups recognize their new colonies on both sides, and the Blackfeather are thus forced to do so as well by the previously mentioned treaty. And that is the gist of it. You guys do, at some point, hear word of your hero guard. He has checked in with Joel after hearing of the death of Lade, and he is going to be overseeing the city of Fable and working to establish these trade routes through there and ensure that none of the beasts of the forest interfere with that at any time. Joel will remain here in the city, and he will be, I think I gave him a cool title. No, he's just going to be overseeing and ensuring that the city remains pacified, and that he will be taking care of everything here. The general who you guys met, though, has been given overlord status of what they're calling the colonial area until all rebellions are officially quelled. And that's the gist of any weird big picture things you guys have been hearing. So, otherwise, that is all that has changed in these few weeks of your guys' travels. And war and killing. And, of course, also ancient dragons are awakening. Evil gods are returning to this world. Many
no news things on the dragon? Like, we haven't heard, no one's heard anything?
No, it's been eerily quiet. Do you guys try to use your crystal ball to check in on him at any given time or anything like that, I guess?
I don't.
Mr. Magic?
I think it's best that, because if we, I don't know, I would recommend not trying it yet.
Until we've acquired what we're
bow.
Looking for.
Yeah.
Just in case he can see us seeing him.
Yeah, we don't want a fucking Lord of the Rings Palantir kind of thing going on where he's just like, oh, I see you found the string. I'm gonna go fuck up the dwarves now. Make sure that you guys don't get the other half of that bow.
You guys do hear of dragons flying north. There's been several sightings throughout the lands, but no cities have been attacked or anything like that. But it's also really weird because in all of your lives, but by that I mean like your human standard lives, and you guys, some of you ancient peeps might not be the case, but hearing of dragons flying around is very uncommon. There's been stories of dragons who like skulked through the forest and stuff, like remaining in hiding as much as possible, but they've definitely become more bold and brazen of late, so hard to say.
Yeah. Time to head
So
north.
you get to wait a couple of days to get your stuff together and take off.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright. Joel gives you guys, all the respect in the world and thanks you for being with him in these very dark times. And he just wishes you guys the best, and to try and keep in touch, he gives you a Snapchat or something.
So I shake his hand and I tell him to take care of himself.
Ditto.
One sec, guys.
Yeah.
Alright. So, this happens. You all begin moving northward again. You guys gonna follow the same path up to Javis again, or what's your thoughts here?
I was just looking into that, and it would seem to me that the best way would to be going back through to Galen.
And then along the river to go north to Javis, and then White Reach.
Javis.
It's better
Yep.
to get a gold light box.
Yeah.
And then White Reach, and then Bannon, and then up to Terran Hammer.
Yeah, I'd say that's the good route.
Okay.
Yeah.
For now, until information changes.
Yeah.
Walk through the marshlands. That'll be a fun adventure.
Yeah.
You guys did it once. It was great. Yeah, it was great the last time. Nothing.
And I think this is actually a pretty good stopping point, Nate. Unless you got something better you'd like to do up ahead.
I got one thing, just because I agree with you. Let's just wrap it up here. But I do want to. You guys have killed enough time. You guys have unleashed my favorite part.
Oh Lord.
I don't know if I'm scared or excited.
You guys travel to about halfway through the marshlands. They're a little better than you imagine from last time you traveled. You kind of get a general idea of where you had been and whatnot. And I'll type up I'll link all this stuff to you guys. But on the third day of your guys' travels, you are resting for the night and getting ready to call it. Who do you have standing guard?
Well, if it helps, I'm in a trance, so I can see what's going on around me.
What time is it?
It's like nightfall now.
So, but like, how many? Usually we do like 8 hours. We decide on like couple hour shifts.
That's totally fine. This would be going up to midnight, so
Probably like the third
probably,
shift.
like second shift probably.
All right, that'd be me then.
I would also still be up.
Yeah,
I'll probably,
still with it.
being a predator of the night, be up until closer towards the morning when I can trance and then just be up.
All right. So Zach, you're walking around looking at things, and you kind of go and pop a squat in a stump and put your hand up and looking around. And Devin, wherever you are prowling, you crouch down to prepare to, I don't know, hide in shadows and stuff. And the two of you guys both nod off, and the rest of the party, you all have a dream / vision that goes a little something like this. As far as you guys can see, as far as your eyes can see, nothing but wide open fields, all of them on fire. Farms bellow with flames. Children are hanging from trees, their parents pinned to buildings and trees with spears. Beyond the farms, there's a vast city. The sky is very black and gray, dotted with birds in the distance over the city. As the vision you're having continues to pan towards the city, and you pass more and more burning farms. The vision crosses a road, and you see an overturned wagon, its owner's dead, and the oxen pulling it gutted. The walls of the city, at the base of the walls of the city, you can see movement, and then things become clear. The banner on the walls of this burning city bear the sigil of the Finebane Kingdom. The capital city of Tanis lies before your eyes. Surrounding the walls are countless orcs, and they are riding dire wolves and chasing the populace of the farms across the plains, and running them down. The birds in the sky take on their true shape. Long back-like wings carry the reptilian bodies of dragons through the sky. Flashes of black, green, red, white all streak through the sky. The beasts open their maw and using their devastating breath weapons on the guards upon the turrets of the city. Within the city, people are running through the streets, and others are lurching from alleyways and sinking blades into their unsuspecting victims. As one of these hooded figures reaches up his hand to the sky to drive a blade deep into the woman beneath him, the mark of Bane can clearly be seen on his forearm. A nightmarish cry from the sky directs the vision to rise. And through the clouds comes a massive dragon with its flesh missing in its places and holes in its wings. Zareth descends toward the Finebane Keep, and on his back a man rides. He raises his hand and waves and whips it down from the clouds. Lightning crashes into the exterior walls, and they crumble. Orcs pour into the city like a wave of death. Zareth slows and lands awkwardly, perching himself upon a balcony, digging his claws into the stone walls of the keep to stabilize himself. The man on his back climbs down onto this balcony. Another hooded person opens the double doors from the inside. The hooded man bows. "High Lord Abidaris," he says, kneeling before the leader of the Sun Reavers as he dismounts the dragon. "The sacrifice is ready. We must hurry. The guards will be here soon." Abidaeus nods to him and says, "You have served us well, Archbishop Batten. Does it pain you to have to kill the king you have served for so long?" "I have only served you, my lord. I feel only joy. Soon Bane will walk among us." Abidaeus pulls a hooked dagger from his robes as he walks towards the bed in the room, which holds Francis Finebane, king of the Empire. The personal chambers of the king of Tanis and the Finebane Empire is filled with wealth and riches untold, but the High Lord sees none of it, focusing solely on his goal. Francis's eyes dart back and forth as the paralysis poison does its job. The vision moves the vision shifts, and you see the High Lord plunge the dagger into Francis's chest over and over and over, but no blood flows from the wounds. The dagger seems to drink all of it, glowing more and more red, darkening with each stab. The life drains from the king's eyes, and the High Lord throws the dagger past the end of the bed, now a deep purple. The High Lord whips his head back and laughs. "More than 300 years of work have come to an end this day. The blood crystals of Al-Kareen burn with the fire of tens of thousands of souls. So much planning, so much manipulation, so many wars, and so many failures have brought us here. The dagger at the end of the bed begins to rise into the air, and the High Lord continues to walk back towards the balcony to stand near Batten and Zareth. The dagger disappears and is replaced by a glowing purple portal. The great failure of the trade wars and the assassination of Drake Finebane being too premature was a devastating blow, but a necessary one to lead us to the true path. The body of Francis begins to shake in the bed, slowly being pulled towards the portal. The High Lord stops near the edge of the room and turns toward the bed again. Now, as it is written, let the Finebane bloodline come to an end and usher into this world the end of all things. Walk among us now, Bane, the Bloodthirster, the god of war. Francis's body is hurled into the portal, and it begins to crackle with energy. Purple electricity crawling across its edges. A boot steps from the portal, and the body of Francis steps out, covering its face with its arm as if walking into the light of the day for the first time. You have served me well, the body says as it lowers its arm. The king's eyes now gone, replaced by two black flaming orbs. All of you, he says. Abadeus and Batten both drop to their knees. Even Zareth bends his head low to the god of war. Your orders, my lord and god, Abadeus asks. You will stay here and begin to subvert these lands to darkness, Bane responds, as he lays his hands on the High Lord's shoulders. A black flame crawls from Bane's hand and envelops the High Lord, who cries out in pain and collapses to the ground. Batten, he continues, go south and finish what Malice and Perion failed. Taint all of the forest with the darkness that is my shadow. The slumped body of Abadeus begins to move and rise, twisted and corrupted. The body now more demon than man. Abadeus turns to face Bane. Thank you for your blessing, my lord. We shall spread the devastation west. Bane continues to walk towards the balcony and mounts Zareth. I shall return to the desert and do the same. As Bane touches Zareth, the undead, corrupted flesh, once red, begins to turn to a black, shadowy mist. Purge this world of life in my name. It shall be done, my lord, the two respond in unison. As Bane takes his seat in the reins of the dragon, the transformation completes. Zareth takes on the form of a shadow dragon. In an ancient voice, Zareth thanks Bane for restoring his body and leaps from the building. The dragon and his master circle the city once more. Bane waves his hand to the sky, and the gray and the black sky becomes purple. Lightning crashing to the earth, each bolt of lightning opening a portal to the shadow realm. Demons and devils and other abominations pour forth from the city and continue to cull those who survived. The vision begins to pan away to the place where the party sleeps, and all of you awaken at once. As you look about, the embers of your fire illuminate two figures standing next to it. We have much work to do to save this world, a familiar voice says to the party. One of the figures raises a hand and four orbs of light rise to surround the camp and illuminate it. And the party looks upon the faces of Walter Alton and Rita.
We can't let that happen. That did not sound good. So
There's
That sounded amazing. But having a god being ushered into the world is never a good thing. I will, however, think I'm gonna end it here. We can do our own little discussions and whatnot. But I think that nice little outro is good enough of an outro of anything that we could come up with. So Yeah, I'm gonna.
Guys, I just had the weirdest dream.
Oh shit, Rita's here.
Oh!
What's going on? Holy shit.